What are you doing up there, Lincoln?
Making cherries.
For what?
Cherry pie.
You want to make a cherry pie, huh?
Yep.
All right, Lincoln, what are you doing?
Cutting cherries for cherry pie.
Okay, so you're cutting it in half and
Yeah. You don't have to go all the way through, just cut it get it in that spot. See, it has like small chunks.
okay.
And that was kind of top.
It's gonna be tasty, isn't it? Okay, Lincoln, today's a big day. What are we doing?
We're making the cherry pie!
Yeah, where did you get the cherries?
From our neighbor's cherries.
Your aunt and uncle's house, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's see.
So this part, we don't want any of the egg yolk. Then do this.
Whisk the egg white.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be brushed on the top of the crust, huh?
Yep.
Yep, go ahead. A little bit at a time, and then stir. No, this has to get down deep. Looking good. Lincoln. All right, we're gonna add that to the cherries now. Good. We are ready to add the pie filling to the pie crust. It's looking really good. Ready, Lincoln?
Yep.
You use the spatula.
It's hot.
Yeah. Okay, now we're adding a half a teaspoon of cinnamon to the top of the cherries. Shake it out like that. We'll just put that on the top.
Okay, so today's job is to take these IBC totes, or the frames from the IBC totes, and cut them into quarters like that, and we'll bend the kind of ends with a pipe bender, and then we'll cover those quarters with chicken wire or other wire, and that is what we're going to use for our chicken tunnel through the garden for the chickens to weed the garden. So we'll grab a hold of each section, move them where we want them, and then let the chickens into the tunnel. All right, we'll show you our progress. Okay, I am getting ready to use the pipe bender to bend the ends on these. That's to bring in those ends so that they aren't such a drastic angle and forcing the chickens too close to the ground. So I'm going to bend them in. That'll raise the height of the overall run and make it possible for the chickens to get out of the tunnel with their heads to weed in between things like corn and stuff like that. Anyways, the hardest part has been trying to get them to stay still while I'm trying to bend the pipe. So what I decided to do is park the car on them so that they would be sturdy and I'd be able to actually bend the pipe. So let's see how that works. I'm doing this to about a 45-degree angle. All right, we're done with those ones. Now we're gonna keep doing it again. We'll do the same thing till we're done. Okay, I am gonna get ready to put the wire on the top of these chicken tunnels that we've just made out of the IBC corners of the cage. The first few I'm going to do chicken wire so that it has the smaller holes. My purpose in doing that is so that I can use those ones when I've got chicks that I'm brooding and things like that. On the other ones, I'll use this more horse fence, the 2-inch by 4-inch holes. The reason I like those ones with the horse fence is because then the chickens can reach their heads through and eat a little bit further past what the inside of the tunnel allows. That's been really nice in the past for them to be able to get into corn and things like that. Once corn's a little bit taller and they aren't going to be able to dig it up and do any damage, they can stick their beaks through and they'll pick the weeds and bugs and things like that are between the corn. But for the chicks, I definitely need the chicken wire. Otherwise, they get out and they can be pretty destructive in a garden, as you can imagine. So we'll reserve the chicken wire for the little chicks and the horse wire for the full-size chickens because they can't get through that. And I'll probably use the chicken wire ones for the adult chickens as well when I don't have any small chicks. That'll allow me to do a longer run and go further down my row. Then over the tops, I'm going to do some snow fence that I picked up for free as well. And I'm just going to cut strips of this chicken wire and horse fence to go on the bottom 6 or 8 inches and then top it with the snow fence. The snow fence will provide a little bit of shade for the chickens during the day so that they aren't quite so hot in the sun. And then we'll have a system that we can start using with the chickens, hopefully by the end of the day. All right, let's get to work. Okay, so here are the 3 sections. As you can see, I've got chicken wire on the bottom and then the snow fence over the top. The black plastic is like a label that was on the outside of the IBC totes. So I figured I'd use those just to provide a little bit more shade for the chickens. Anytime I can do that, I think they appreciate it and will probably use it a little bit more during the hot part of the day. This one I ran out, so it's just the snow fence over the top. I did use some of the black plastic on the end, along with some chicken wire on the inside, just to kind of use as an end piece to keep the chickens in. You can see there are weeds in there. I will keep you posted to show you how they eat those down and get rid of them. They'll claw them up and eat them, and we will show you the progress. Okay, I'm going to cut a little door from their current run into that run and let them in. Okay, the chickens are in the run. I used some crushed up eggshells to encourage them in there since it's the first time. I just sprinkled some in there so they would all come in, kind of to train them that they're able to get in there. And now they know, and they'll come in and they will eat up those weeds. Eat and scratch. can see she's gobbling up that grass. Proof that chickens will weed your garden for you. Oh yeah.
Nailed it.
We'll see when we taste it.
What are they gonna do? So this is the whiskey.
All right, so these are the whisked egg whites. Okay, then what are we gonna do once we've whisked the egg whites?
We put the salt on.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Your pie sounds interesting, Lincoln. I want to try that sometime.